So today we'll be filming another video, Day in the Life was 10, and I'm very excited to share today's episode because it will be sharing a little bit more about analytics and what we do as marketers to set up like the UTM codes, how do we read analytics. It might be a little bit dry, so I will try to keep it like a bit more upbeat. Ooh, yeah, a bit, yeah. So like, today's episode is really interesting because we are going to have a real life case study. One of my one of the companies that I was talking to, they were really keen to be part of such an episode to kind of like help you guys understand more about analytics. Yeah, so they are none other than Asian Institute of Mentoring, a non-profit in Singapore that's driven towards helping people like you and me to grow the business skills, communication skills, marketing skills. And now during this COVID-19, they are banded together to give a lot of webinars and free sessions for you guys to really learn and understand about making your business or your life better. And also include some links and also a description of Asian Institute of Mentoring. So if you're keen to check out any of their webinars, please do hit them up below. And without further ado, let's get into the video! So yeah, right now we are going to UTM Code, like I mentioned. So the first step, what we do is to go to this link called the GADEVTools@spot.com campaign URL builder. But if you ever forget, because it's so complex, you might not remember, what I will do personally is every time, even for myself, I will type Google, I'll type UTM Code literally. Yeah, so I type UTM Code, and basically the first link that appears will be campaign URL builder. Click onto this. So once you click onto this itself, you actually go to a page. Of course, because I've already done the UTM code already, so it has already a preset kind of things like Eventbrite, test ad. So everything is kind of like put here already. Yeah, but of course, if you haven't set it up, let me just run through what it means, everything, right? So campaign source refers to Eventbrite, or any other platform that you are doing, Google, newsletter, email. So it's to identify the main source of traffic, followed by which, right, medium refers to what sort of like ad type, in the sense, like is it like a banner ad, is it like a 640 by 350 banner ad. So like if let's say especially you have many ads, you're testing whether certain ads make sense or not, this is whereby you kind of need to like indicate clearly. For marketers that kind of deal with like 100 ads and 200 ads, really honestly this can be very troublesome, to be very honest, because I myself dislike this task. Like it's very administrative, but I will still do it because you need to have that comprehensive set of data when you talk about analyzing and crunching data. And of course, I have already taken the liberty of setting up both Eventbrite and Eventbrite. Why do I have Eventbrite? Because in this case, I'm not going to have special ads for this. I'm just going to be like literally having Eventbrite and Eventbrite as a source. And campaign name itself, I will just set it as test ad because this is test ad literally, right? So, and of course, campaign term refers to all the paid terms that you are actually setting up, and the sharing the campaign URL itself, you can kind of like have a good glimpse of like how it looks like. And typically what I'll do is I also convert it into a short link, which is a bit.ly link, and then I basically copy it into like other platforms. But of course, for right now, we are going to jump into the analytics because I've already done some testing and ad tries, right? So over here, this is the data by Asia Institute of Mentoring. So really a big shout out and thank you to them for being so open-minded and sharing their data. So over here, Eventbrite, you take note that it's actually 3 clicks so far. So how do I see it, right? So let's say I scroll up all the way to this point, the acquisition process. So if you take note of this, right, you notice that they have a very high amount of volume and users. But for them, they haven't really like fully set up their conversion tracking data, so they can't track their goals, which is fine. A lot of brands actually don't have that function. They have it on their website, which I wouldn't ask them for their website conversion data because honestly, this is not relevant to today's conversation. But I would say they have a pretty high number of traffic for like a per month basis. And let's go into the reference, right? So we are going to go into Eventbrite, which is the one that we have set up. Eventbrite. We have 3 clicks so far. So there's 3 users acquired so far, and basically users, right, refers to the number of people that click into it and are acquired through the process. For me, I'm an acquired user in that sense, right? Does it make sense? And if we really look at how we structure the sessions, the new users, the bounce rate, we can take a look at how fast I left the page. So in this case, the bounce rate, it's almost like 100% because once I entered it, I actually left the page pretty much. All the work that we have done so far is to drive traffic to our website, and analytics give you a very good idea in terms of the traffic that comes in and goes out. And at the end of the day, if we actually enable conversion tracking elements, you'll be able to see like how many people actually contact you, inquire or buy from your website. These data are all very meaningful to form a good understanding when it comes to digital marketing. And as marketers ourselves or as business owners or whoever, we need to learn the basics of reading analytics. And I hope this kind of gives you a good glimpse into how to set it up at the very least from a UTM code standpoint. And perhaps if let's say you guys want me to go deeper, I could actually share a little bit more next time on how I help clients understand what's bounce rate, help people understand what is the story behind their website. Because when we come to new users, right, we need to know also where are the users from. So UTM codes is one, but apart from UTM codes, there are also other ways that we can kind of track traffic flow. We can also kind of track in terms of which page did this user exit the page. In a way, do you get it? Do you get what I'm trying to say? So like for example, if they come in from the home page, next they went into the About Us, and after About Us, they left the page. So that shows that this data also presents that although people visit a website, they might not find their website is relevant for them and they leave the page very quickly. And there's also other UI experience things that we can kind of take note of when we are building a website. And Google Analytics give us a basis on whether should we improve our website or not and what's a problem that goes behind it. But of course, there's a lot of science behind it and I don't want to bore you guys. So I hope this was meaningful for you, and let me know in the comments below whether this video actually helped you or not. And next week, I'm planning to do a Google SEM episode whereby I showcase how I help certain clients to get better results, and I discuss a bit more about benchmarking and also what's sort of like a good conversion rate kind of model. So like, let me know in the comments below whether it is something meaningful for you. If not, what else do you want to see? So like, I'm happy to hear all feedback and hope to see you guys next week. So remember to hit the subscribe button or give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. I am so happy that you guys watched it, and I hope I did not bore you at this episode. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da!